Welcome to our channel. Humans use the concept of time constantly, and we have developed numerous methods for measuring it. The split of the year into 12 months is one such measure. Have you ever wondered what the names of the months are for? We uncover the fascinating origins of the names of the months by delving into history and etymology, tracing their roots to ancient civilizations and their cultural impacts. Discover the mysteries of how the months came to have their individual names as we embark on this fascinating adventure. January, tribute to Janus in January. Janus, the Roman deity of beginnings and changes, is the source of the month's name, which serves as the starting point of our trip. Janus was shown as having two faces, one looking backwards at the previous year and the other looking forward. It seems appropriate that January, the first month of the year, celebrates Janus, who stands for fresh starts and resolutions. February, the month of February is known as the month of purification and is thought to have been named after the ancient Roman ritual of cleansing known as februa. The Latin word februum, which signifies purification, is the root of the English word February. This month was devoted to purging and cleansing in order to ensure fertility and a new beginning for the upcoming year. March, the Roman god of war Mars, is the source of the word march. This month in ancient Rome served as the start of the military campaign season, and festivities and celebrations were performed in his honor. Although the association with war and struggle has gradually diminished over time, the name has survived as a reminder of this long-gone connection. April. The name April is unknown, but it is usually assumed that it derives from the Latin word aperire, which means to open. April is rooted in the earth. This alludes to the springtime flowering and bud opening, which denote new life and expansion. April provides as a reminder of the seasonal cycle of regeneration as nature emerges from its winter hibernation. May, a springtime celebration, the Greek goddess Maya, who was connected with rebirth, growth, and fertility, is where the month of May gets its name. With its longer and warmer days, this month offered the perfect environment for farming and the observance of spring celebrations. May continues to represent the spirit of fertility and abundance, making it a well-liked month for weddings and other happy events. June pays homage to Juno, the Roman goddess of pregnancy and marriage. The name June came to be associated with wedding celebrations since this month was thought to be favorable for nuptials. June continues to be a popular month for weddings in many cultures around the world, therefore the association with marriage is still strong today. July, the fifth month of the year, was called July by the Roman Senate in 45 BCE in honor of the Roman general and statesman Julius Caesar. Caesar's military triumphs and his contribution to the reforming of the Roman calendar were honored with this alteration. The month of July continues to serve as evidence of the historical character's continuing influence on our calendar. August, the sixth month, was renamed August by the Roman Senate in honor of Augustus, the first Roman emperor, following the precedent set by July. The Roman Empire's expansion and consolidation were greatly aided by Augustus. This modification preserved the proportion between July and August, guaranteeing that the months honoring these significant persons were of similar length. The names of the months of September, October, November, and December are derived from their respective 10-month positions in the ancient Roman calendar. However, later calendar changes have caused the names to diverge from their original positions. September is a contraction of the Latin word septem, which means 7. The seventh month of the Old Roman calendar was September. However, the addition of January and February by the Roman king Numa Pompilius in 713 BCE moved September to the 9th spot. Despite this modification, the initial name was kept. October, the English term October, comes from the Latin word octo, which means 8. Similar to September, it was moved when January and February were added. As a result, October was added to the new calendar as month number 10. It kept its old designation even if its name and numerical position were no longer the same. November is a contraction of the Latin word novum, which means 9. In the old Roman calendar, which only had 10 months, it was in this position. November was bumped up to 11th place by the inclusion of January and February, but the name stayed the same. December. The name December is derived from the Latin word decem, which means 10. The addition of January and February to the calendar required adjustments for all the other months, including December. In the updated calendar, it changed from being the 10th to the 12th month, but kept its original name. The era when Rome was ruled by kings is when the Roman calendar first appeared. This ancient calendar included 10 months, the first being March, the start of the agricultural year. There were about 304 days total, including a few days off in the winter. The Julian calendar, a revision of the Roman calendar that better matched the solar year, was implemented by Julius Caesar in 45 BCE. It changed the number of days in a year from 360 to 365 and added a leap day once every 4 years. The titles of the previous months were no longer in line with their numerical places because the Julian calendar began on January 1st. The Gregorian calendar was later developed in 1582 by Pope Gregory XIII to address a minor error in the Julian calendar's calculation of leap years. The Gregorian calendar is still extensively used today and hasn't altered much since it was first introduced.